like the Diana here just to make sure you can get that early pick, but things like this Gwen are still up and available. We've seen super high priority on that, and it looks like that is going to be the first port of call here for top esports. Ultra Prime, I imagine, will try and answer back with something like the Varus, which has been the kind of the mainstay AD carry, and then picking up something for themselves in the jungle.
Well, looking at a solo lane for now, Ultra Prime, this would be ambitious. Gives away one of the solo laners, Dagda. We know that ZS has been a go-to for Hacker, right? You talked about ShiauC where he paths whether mid or whether the top lane to look for ZS and give him an early advantage. So Diana going to do that past the 6 point as the jungle gets locked in.
Yeah, so there we go. Diana already picked up for themselves, kind of taking the big stay when it comes towards that jungle pool at the moment. And Renekton left open as well. Can do pretty well against this Gwen in the early stages. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this locked in for ZS. Gives a lot of control and still gives the opportunity for Ultra Prime to have ZS be that big engage tool, that beefy frontliner that has been working for them in their victories against teams like LNG.
Just going to look at the champ pools now as well, because we are seeing champions that can be flexed towards mid. Takeaways here from 369. Lucian picked up. That's another flex here for top esports.
Yeah, I mean, the Gwen could go back in towards the jungle, but I think we're going to see that going mid towards night. The big thing here is that I think Karsa's playstyle doesn't really suit Gwen, right? We kind of see him as this more kind of suffocating style where he wants to keep control and track the opponent jungler. And Gwen just doesn't really have that opportunity because her skirmishing isn't particularly good. So I think instead we'll end up seeing that Lucian going towards the mid lane, still hold off on the jungle pool, which honestly could be banned away here by Ultra Prime in this next ban phase.
Also a nice takeaway from ShiauC if we get that Lucian mid, which is expected. Braum getting locked down for draw as well, something that has just reigned pretty true in the last couple of weeks of the LPL, and against Diana as well, it's going to be somewhat effective. Now let's just see if we get another solo laner as we do. And we just say, forget bottom lane for now from Ultra Prime.
So I imagine Ultra Prime are going to either ban away jungles or look at this AD carry pool, right? Because we've kind of seen, hey, look, Varus is still open. JackeyLove's Aphelios has still been a big thing. His Ezreal has been massive as well. So they may try to just prioritize that and get some a little bit of safety for Smlz and ShiauC in that bottom side of the map. And looks like that is going to be the game plan. For top esports, I think supports are going to be the big one that they look at. I think when you're looking towards things like the Rakan taken off the board now, Nautilus as well, things that can kind of get in behind this Braum and cause issues in the backline are more so going to be the big picks that they want to take off the board.
Okay, Draven, Rakan, let's see if they follow suit here against JackeyLove. That's a must for sure with his pocket. Even the Kalista, right? I look for a strong 2v2, so as you said, we get double support ban from top esports, and the bottom lane continues to be the biggest question.
So I think you just end up going towards something like the Ezreal here if you want to. You already know you're going to have a pretty stable lane phase against this Braum, so you can take it nice and easy. Okay, maybe not. This could be the Lulu Cogmok coming out, actually. Just going, hey, look, we want this late game scaling for Smlz. Smlz has been an insanely strong Cogmok player in the past, and we're going to get it once again. Hysterics.
Only one game this split. Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's what it sets up for. Unless top esports say, all right, JackeyLove, you're going to have to take one for the team and take it away. 3 games played on the Cogmore this split. Keep that in the back of your mind. Just also note that even with the Braum, maybe Aphelios, Ezreal, those picks are still up and available, which JackeyLove has loved.
Yeah, I like the Aphelios traditionally for JackeyLove. He's been really, really strong on it. It's just when you end up in a situation where you've got a Viktor and a potential Cogma here, the range is so long on these champions, it actually becomes really difficult for the Aphelios to operate. And that is the perfect pick then, because you just go, right, we need something that's going to jump in onto these long-range carries. Phenomenal. Zac fits that perfectly. And it's not even going to be the Cogma. It's going to be the Rat for Smlz.
All right, I'm counting it up. 6, 9... 11. This is champion number 12 for Smlz. Twitch comes in, rat-a-tat-tat, versus a big gooey monster. I mean, we got some green things on the rift here for game 1.
Yeah, and it's actually going to make things a little bit more difficult for Karsa, right? Because you want to be trying to set up these engages on towards Viktor, on towards the Rat. But if you're not actually able to spot out where this Twitch is, well, then it becomes a little bit more difficult for you to actually set up these engages properly, make sure that there isn't a flank even coming in from this Twitch, especially if you can get that Lulu paired with them. The rat-a-tat-tat is going to do so much damage. So definitely a lot going to be on Karsa's shoulders here to get these big engage tools set up for things like this Gwen, set up for this Aphelios to close the distance and get onto these key carries on Ultra Prime.
But I will also say for top esports, picking a Twitch into a Braum. Braum stands in the front of the fight and Spray and Pray or Rat-a-tat-tat, whatever you want to call, is blocked by one ability. There's a lot of ease here as long as Zhuo is in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and that's the big one. It's just going to be a case of trying to position for all the different things that are going to be coming out from Ultra Prime's side. You know, if you end up with a Viktor who's throwing in this big ultimate, getting this the raise down, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for you to actually try and position as Zhuo, especially if you've got on a separate angle this Twitch who's going nuts with the ultimate. So certainly going to be Zhuo trying to see if he can keep a lot of the carries safe, and specifically JackeyLove safe in a lot of these fights.
All right, well, keeping 80 carries safe definitely feels like similar ideas in mind here. Top Esports, just a reminder what's on the line, folks. If Top Esports are able to win this series, they will lock in themselves playoffs. We're getting towards the end of the split here, and a lot of things are becoming reality. And as we run through the rest of the day as well, we'll keep you updated here. Top Esports need the win. They make playoffs. And FPX later on, that's going to influence that just a little bit. It is about getting JDG so they cannot hit those 9 wins. And then those 9-win teams make playoffs. We'll make it easier as we go throughout, as we get into this game. Dagda, Zach, Twitch, Lucian, Diana. You know, picks that are coming through.
What year is this?
Yeah, well, I feel like we're getting a beautiful mix.
It really is. But what I love is the kind of the mind games that have been played in this, right? It's a really good understanding on both sides of, hey, what are the threats and am I actually under threat? Because when you look at Karsa with the Zac pick, one of the big things that Zac struggles with is when he's put under a lot of pressure from early game junglers. Diana doesn't fit that mix. Diana's not going to be able to invade. She's not going to be able to get in his face. She's just going to try and farm it out, which gives the perfect opportunity for Zac to start getting these early ganks off without being under much pressure from Hacker. And you look at the bottom side of the map for Ultra Prime, they're just like, cool, you're going Braum? That's not an aggressive lane. I mean, especially against the ranged support as well. Ultra Prime are going to dictate the pace of this bottom lane and make it easy for this Twitch to scale in with picks like the Kraken Slayer, Blade of the Rune King, really becoming a menace from that bottom side of the map.
I guess we've got to track junglers a little bit closer to them because it feels like this Zac's going to have a bit of work to do. Karsa as well, you know, he can influence the mid lane. It is a Viktor who can put down the gravity well, but I think importantly enough, people need to remember that when the Zac is level 4, the extra range in Slingshot that you get by adding it up is going to be able to do quite a lot of work through any of these lanes that he chooses. But right now, starting on the bottom side here, Dagda, top side here for Hacker, so opposite sides of the rift for both jungle.
Yeah, and I imagine that the game plan here, at least for the early stages for Karsa, is, hey, look, I'm going to try and play around this Gwen, see if I can get 369 up and rolling, and try and set this Renekton behind, because as long as that top side of the map is situated and set, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Gwen is just going to be able to power through, so I can start to focus on Knight, I can start to focus on JackeyLove on that bottom side, and as we said for Hacker, it's going to be a much slower pace. He wants that level 6, and certainly when you look at the opportunity for team fights when we get to that level 6 mark, the control that Ultra Prime can bring to these fights with the gravity wells, with the Diana ultimate. If you ever funnel into tight corridors as top esports, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I can feel that right now. Just quick note, sidetracked to the top lane. Big CS lead already building up. It was a wave that was pushed by 369 as the Gwen with TP and Ignite. I think the important part to note is that for the Gwen, I got level 2, bullied him back a little bit. And so far, 369 starting the game in a very 369 fashion, lane dominant, but ZS going back with some trades of his own. 369 will get the snip in. Cooldowns are there for the Renekton, but this is getting a little bit dicey.
Yeah, I mean, once the Renekton hits level 3, this matchup becomes a hell of a lot easier for him, as you can see.
That's a flash. Spectator bug ignites down 369. It's Gwen. It was the perfect part of the snip, and ZS just gets lured in.
Oh, it was so well played by 369. I thought ZS was going to have him, but unfortunately not quite able to get the damage. No slice and dice meant that he wasn't able to close the gap, and 369 plays it through the brush perfectly. Now an early kill for this Gwen. I mean, maybe Karsa doesn't need to get up here that early.
Hey, he's rolling 9s, man. Yeah, forget it. You don't need jungle attention when you just solo killed the top laner. Welcome back. A close call, but still the call that he was willing to make.
And I was watching here, so I actually thought because of the spectator bug, this was a slice and dice engage from ZS, not the flash into the stun. And you can see here, 369 goes so low, but gets the perfect combo off, just about able to finish off 369. He couldn't follow up the slice and dice.
Now he doesn't have Ignite. ZS burned both his summoners as well. Here. You mentioned the jungler coming in. Only level 5 on the Diana. And it's going to be about good timing here for 369, and depends what ZS can do, but moving into the brush, Fog of War going to be the best friend. 369 dagged up. I'm not sure how close he is to 6. It's a big wave, but he's going to be walking back into it. And Ultra Prime, they can play off this. Camera's moving away. I think because we need to look at bot for the time being, but it's a jungle backing up top, so 369 stays safe.
ShiauC nearly goes down, but yeah, big wave that was pushing out for top side of the map for 369, so wasn't a little bit of danger, but actually manages to kind of just eke away from the jungler's hacker. Will go back to his camp spawn on the bottom side. Now Karsa moving in, just wants to get some vision control. He knows the hacker's going to be hitting 6 relatively soon, so just wants to make sure he's able to keep track of that.
Karsa going behind enemy lines. Shouts out about playing with timing. This is when we start seeing the Zac Dagda. I mean, he's got Elastic Slingshot. He can start moving around some of these lanes and playing those creative angles, and you can play through top. No summoners there. You can play through the Viktor. You have a Lucian mid. A lot of options.
There's, I mean, anywhere they want to play. And this is what we were talking about, the benefits of bringing 369 back, right? Was this trident formula that they can play through every part of the map? They don't just have to situate themselves on towards the bottom side, because, I mean, QingTian, while we said it, his team fights are great. His laning phase wasn't the part of the map that they wanted to play around. So now you get to see that as top esports. Karsa tracking the enemy junglers, just allowing his lanes to outperform their opponents. And you're seeing it, right? Big CS lead top, big CS lead bot. And in mid lane, Knight has been doing a great job of keeping ShiauC in check.
He really has. And I mean, this is what we expected of Knight, right? We talked about 3 solo kills to match that world record of Marin. 2015 SKT was an opening discussion as we brought up this segment. And Knight on the Lucian, definitely a champion that can get it running, is in the bottom lane, trading against Smlz. This Twitch 10 CS behind and feeling the pressure. ShiauC walking up to the wave. There's heal. Flashes away. Don't feel like the Lulu needed to be that close.
Yeah, definitely didn't. I mean, ShiauC kind of more situated on those engage supports, so maybe not positioning the best in those enchanters, but do manage to back away, and they needed to be careful. The Aphelios, just about 10 ammo across the board on both guns, so that was where he gets to his most dangerous part, so glad Ultra Prime managed to step away from that one. But now, I was also looking top because 369 and ZS have been trading heavily in this top side, but ZS now has to take a step back with the Ignite and that needlework available.
Hello. A flubber just comes flying in. You talk about needlework in the top lane. I will keep an eye on that as well. You're right. Hackers should be careful. 369 now comfortable against the turret. We're panning camera angles, and this time I feel like we are going to stay on the top lane. 369 trying to run away, but it's way too late. Needlework you mentioned to give him to sustain, but the moon does fall as ZS tanks it up so righteously. Ultra Prime with a response and getting ZS back into the game.
Key CCs in that as well, making sure that you couldn't get off multiple stacks of that needlework quickly to try and heal up. So now Karsa.
Well, he doesn't find anyone. Never mind. Hold on to the woos. Maybe just going to be the whoos here for ShiauC. 1 versus 3. He already burnt the flash, and he's going to regret it now as Zhuo walks up to Smlz. The rat-a-tat-tat not available, but he flashes away. JackeyLove goes into enemy territory. Now Karsa's just like, I'm going to beat this one up. Elastic Slingshot back on in, and it's let's bounce time. Smlz sent to a pile of rubbish as Karsa rejuvenates the play.
Not even close. Don't even know why you're worried. That was totally perfectly planned by Top Esports the whole time. But yeah, I mean, look, Jackie nearly going down, but either way, they do get the 2 kills across. Unfortunately, they did both go to the Zac, but still, that wave lost on the bottom side of the map, so still an advantage for JackeyLove. We're going to get a replay here. Unfortunately, Karsa not quite able to get the smack as ShiauC just walks that bit too far under tower. Zhuo takes a ton of damage here, and JackeyLove as well, not realizing, oh, I've actually just tanked up so much of this tower, and then missing on that Moonlight Vigil as well. So Karsa just about managing to finish off Smlz before he gets back to the tower, but a little bit too close for comfort, I think, on Top Esports side.
Definitely was. I mean, Karsa got both the kills in the end, so it's not going to benefit truly towards the gold value of JackeyLove. But having said that, as top lane, hang on. I'm just kind of eager to watch the plays up here. Bottom lane, you get the turret plating. JackeyLove has the CS advantage. And the Twitch now falling behind. And we have to mention as well for Karsa, going to be a bit of a front line earlier on. Dagda, I'm really scared of ShiauC's Lulu. I mean, I feel like he's being very aggressive each time we pan down.
Yeah, especially when you don't have flash, and you know Zhuo does. You gotta be so. He's going for it. Is he? Okay. I saw the shield go up, but ShiauC gonna just walk up here with Smlz.
Yep, okay. Well, oh, no. Okay, he hits that, though, and Karsa's back in. The play works out yet again, makes them kiss. And concussive blows is just too OP in this situation. 1 and 2, and this time both to JackeyLove. Dagda, it's looking doomed.
An Electric Boogaloo take 2 is a lot more successful as they manage to get the double kill going towards the Aphelios in that bottom side of the map as well. 1,100 gold lead in favor of JackeyLove, and that's not even including the plates he just picked up.
Hacker over the wall trying to remedy the situation. Look, he's back again. This green mass everywhere as the Chaos Storm flies out. Knight happy to take up a little bit of damage. Zhuo's moving mid though. Shouts about no longer has flash and the Winter's Bite connects. Let's bounce. Dagda, we Electric Boogalooing all over the map.
We're also Magic the Gathering right now because wherever this Meteor Golem shows up, you're just taking one of these creatures off the board every single time. Ultra Prime have been dying left, right, and center as Karsa has been everywhere so far.
5 out of 6 kill participation. The reason it's not 100% is because top lane was a solo kill. As Hacker on this Diana, all you can do is farm up, and he's doing a good job of it, but we came into this one saying top esports were the favorite, but Karsa, even in the opening interview, was like, oh, my play hasn't been as good. This game, he's been an absolute carry.
It's been insane. I love when we get Karsa onto these more gank-oriented champions, but Ultra Prime set up for a dive of their own.
This is speed up the Moonfall, instant TP. JackeyLove hit around the Wild Growth used on the Diana. Moonlight Vigil, though, gets a Gravitum in the end, and Ultra Prime now going to get teleported on, which means the rest of the top esports of the cleanup crew. ZS doesn't matter in the equation as Knight hits him with another blow. A double kill goes down, and he follows it up onto Smlz. Press the attack activated, and this Twitch about to rat-a-tat back home. Triple kill tonight, Dagda. 4-0 Lucian. 10-2 scoreboard. Ultra Prime are getting absolutely spanked.
And they don't even have the scaling to fall back on. You think, hey, you got a Twitch, you got a Viktor, that's going to be great. But you look across, there's Gwen and Aphelios on the other team. And this was a play that Ultra Prime tried to set up. They go that bit too early, though. You can see that Smlz can't really get into this play. And JackeyLove deals so much damage before it goes down and just sets up perfectly for Knight to pick up these kills. And even when you get that TP coming in the bottom side, it's too little too late. The damage has been done. Smlz doesn't have the carry items right now, and top esports take over the play.
Now, Dagda, I didn't see if those were any of those solo kills. They obviously weren't because it was a bit of a dive. But I'm still trying to count it up in my mind. I think all 4 of them have had some involvement either from the Zac or that bottom lane play there. But now that Knight has the 4 kills, the important part to note is that mid lane for ShiauC definitely not safe. JackeyLove right now, there's a rat-a-tat-tat coming through onto the AD carry. Grabbing him there though. The heal up, is it enough? A turret shot hits the minion and he's saved at the end of the day while Karsa has found himself someone who's in love with the moon. She gets out. It must have been a full moon at that for the time being as Karsa's not done. Look at him go. He's on a roll, Dagda. He brings him back in with the ward. And Knight, he won't get the solo kill, but he'll get another one. This dude is everywhere.
That's just insult to injury as Hacker needs to be safe, but make the ward's there to keep you safe. And it turns colors, it turns around, and that's actually the thing that kills you in this play as well. So top esports just taking over, and again, now you get just action-packed games. Rift Tower tossed down into this mid lane. They've now got more gold in towards Knight alongside his 5 kills. He's already going to have his mythic plus some completed hysterics. Knight is in a position to take over this game.
Even though Ultra Prime started this with a solo kill, not solo kill, but you know, a 1v2 on JackeyLove.
Yeah, nearly go down though in that play. And this is where top esports just realize, hey, we've got numbers advantages. JackeyLove one more.
And let's keep bullying him, but the flash away from the AD carry. ShiauC's under turret. Takes yet another turret shot. There's the Moonlight Vigil. Has to use the Wild Growth on himself. This game is absolutely wild and only just heating up. It's Gravitum time part 2. Gets the root down. And Zhuo's now here to back him up. The Winter's Bite connects as well. Concussive blows are a pain in the butt. But Zhuo wants to follow this. No ulti available, but Hacker's back in. You know, LPL delivers 9 times out of 10. I'm glad tonight's the 9.
And this is an absolute banger already. Smlz though, now pushing up again. He has to be so careful. These sniper shots are raining down, and if he gets hit by one, he is doomed. But looking at this top side.
Okay, well, and talk about solo kill territory. There's the needlework onto ZS, and I'm not going to follow it up with any more. Ignite gets dropped down while bottom turret goes down. 14 kills, 14 minutes. And yet another turret for Top Esports. This is not slowing down. Screw the composition discussion. I don't think it's important anymore. We know Top Esports are ahead. You talked about scaling. Even though Ultra Prime have their own, it's just so long before you become relevant.
And that's the big thing. And especially... Oh, hang on, ZS.
I told you. What am I even saying? There's no time to talk in this game. He's dead. Solo kill number 29. ZS is like, I want you to beat Marin. Yeah.
Just do it. Come on, please, Knight. We're so close. Just 3 away from actually equaling that out. ShiauC.
Yeah, he's dead as well, Dag. The wild growth, is it there? No, it's not. A kill over to JackeyLove, and now Smlz. The concussive blows, Winter's bite. Zhuo blocking the damage is what I was talking about with the Twitch. Can't do a thing. Knight picks up another kill in the mid lane. Meanwhile, karsa is doing his old-fashioned play. Will pull on, Cell Division out, and Knight picks up another one. 8-0, 2-0-6, 4-2-4. Ultra Prime, GG, go next.
Yeah, this one's definitely over. I mean, 15 minutes in, you have 16 kills for Top Esports, and half of them are on Knight. This has been absolutely insane. Knight, we're going to get the replay here. Goes in to steal away the red buff, and then just blasts ZS. Half HP. Doesn't even need to use the culling.
Didn't even flash. Didn't even flash, Dagda. Just uses culling to make sure Hacker stays away. We're looking at what we missed out on. And, dude, karsa's just a bully.
He really is. And I mean, at this stage, he's so strong in and of himself as well that the second he goes in, he's in no threat of really dying. He even has the Cell Division here, which is why he's going so low and just continuing to chase down Hacker. And you can see he's got Knight in the back pocket. Wait a second!
It's another one! Let's go! 30 solo kills, Dagda. 2 more to go. You said he averages just about 1 a game. He's picked up 2.
Please, Smlz, please fight him.
Oh,
please let him kill you. Come on.
There's the culling. He almost gets it in. Oh my God, he's got it. He has the same solo kills, ladies and gentlemen, that Marin had in Season 5 6 years ago on SKT. 1 more to make the world record and be known as one of the greatest solo kills of all time. Let's just say it, players of all time.
I mean, that is absolutely insane. Knight, this summer has been absolutely insane for Knight. And to see him now popping off, taking that world record and matching Marin, he just needs 1 more solo kill to take the gold, take it home. And it could be this game, if not this series. He's been unstoppable, 10-0 right now.
Well, karsa not going to give him 1, but at the very least, we see the final play probably coming through. Knight gets pulled back in. Needlework as well from 369, and Top Esports still healthy enough. This was a dive. It went a little bit wrong, but the question is, can Ultra Prime do anything? It's a 21 kill game in 17 minutes straight, and Ultra Prime just don't have enough damage. JackeyLove throwing out the ult because why not? Baron's not up. There's nothing you can do at this point with 12,000 gold in the lead. We're just waiting for the final play to come through.
All right. I'm going to be real pissed if Knight's about to get a solo kill and someone comes in and shields him, or just like you get Zhuo who like W's to him to get the assist. I'm going to be real sad, but we're getting this replay of like just a double solo kill back to back for Knight.
Yeah.
This guy is so far ahead right now. Like you can see half HP. Smlz thinks he gets the help from ShiauC. ShiauC's too far away, and Knight just spots him on the pink ward and tears him apart.
I love this. Like, just going in for the play. And you could see, I think ShiauC flashed in to try and shield his AD carry. That's a true bro support move, but not close enough range. And Dagda, I mean, at this point, again, like, we're not talking about win conditions for a reason. We know that Top Esports have this game in the bag. It's 1 dragon at 18 minutes in because it's been all about blood god. Yeah.
It's a 22k gold lead at 18 minutes into the game. They've averaged more than 1,000 gold a minute. Yeah, it's just like, what do you want me to, like, there's no analyzing here. This is, as you said, blood for the blood god, and I am just here for the sacrifice in the games, all right?
I love the ambition of 22,000, Dagda. I'm going to come in and say 12,000, but I agree. Like, it feels like it's even more,
it's
right?
Fine.
It's okay. I'm trying to do math on broadcast as well. You know how I feel. Smlz walking into Fog of War. This is not their jungle anymore. Top Esports in 90 minutes are now going to break an inhibitor. Side lanes don't matter at this point. They're just charging up Dagda as a 4-man unit. Make it 5. Where's the 5th? Am I blind? Am I blind, Dagda? Where is the 5th?
That is a good question.
369's waiting for TP. Excuse me.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Double in here, though. It begins. All right, shouts out Bao. Is he going to die? Yes, he is. Wild Growth is there. Glacial Fissure doesn't connect. The 369 finally teleports in. JackeyLove gets Moonfold in. A good play from Hacker being so far behind, but JackeyLove with the Moonlight Vigil. ZS gets flanked from behind. Well, he tries to make the flank as everyone perishes in this game. A triple kill. Now JackeyLove might be seeking a Panther as top esports in about 20 minutes are looking to end this game.
I mean, there's only the Viktor left standing alongside this Lulu. They're not going to be able to stop this.
On to shouts out Bao. No, it's not. Dagda, he got shielded by Zhuo. A bit of an assist with the concussive blows. It doesn't matter. He still sits at 30 solo kills here in this game. We've got Knight attempting to make a record in this series, and Top Esports attempting to beat down Ultra Prime as one of their final games in the season.
That was domination. That was just silly.
It was a slut.
It was just the entire game from start to finish. You get 369 with the solo kill against the Renekton. Karsa is blubbering his way all over the map, killing everyone that comes in contact with them. And as well, Knight, like, he didn't die that game. That was absolutely insane. I don't know what his final score was, but he was at least 11 to 12 kills by the end of that game.
He was. I mean, he was 10-0 for the majority of it as well, at least for what we're seeing for those 5 minutes. I don't know how you analyze that game, because it started with Karsa being so proactive. It started with a bottom lane dive that didn't really work out. The solo kill from 369. They had to make a response, but then Karsa goes to the other side of the map and Top Esports just take free plays.
Yeah, and I mean, from start to finish, it was Top Esports in control. A little bit messy, like, let's give it her due, where, you know, you could see that bot lane first initial dive didn't quite go the way Top Esports planned. The real game breaker, though, is when we got Knight TPing to that bottom lane, right? He picks up the triple kill off of the dive that Ultra Prime tried to set up. And this has been something that Knight has been doing, like, more and more, have been these TP plays to the bottom side that have just cracked open the game, because he's picked up, you know, 3-4 games. We saw it in their last series as well, where he TPs down as the Lee Sin, he picks up 3 kills straight off the bat, and he's already 4-0, and they're just like, cool, we've nothing we can do now. Like, the game is over. You've just got LNG falling to the wayside as Knight takes over.
What a shame. I enjoyed the Twitch pick. I enjoyed what they were trying to do, but again, I said in pick and ban for a reason. When you go up against the Braum, even if that game was closed, if Zhuo stands in front of the fight, rat-a-tat-tat is pretty much nothing about that. So, yeah, hard life coming through for Ultra Prime. I just don't know what to say in these kinds of games. It was just such a massacre. But a good sign from Top Esports, right?
Yeah, at a 35,000 gold lead by the end of that. Just look at the graph. Because apparently I can't do maths at all today.
35,000, I like
my
it.
favorite at all. Yeah. But I do agree. Like, this is just domination from start to finish, and kind of what we expect coming into today, right? Myself and yourself were talking to Serx before the game, and Ultra Prime, there's a reason they're sitting at only 3 wins. There's a reason they haven't been able to match up, and with Top Esports looking back on form, with them playing especially this iteration of their roster, they are a dominant squad. They are the Trident that are coming back, and they are taking over in every single lane.
With 369 especially, right? Good stuff out of the solo lanes. The jungle from karsa as well. Looking like the facilitator that we always talk about it being. Game 1 was a 20-minute and 30-second win. We're already done. We're going to a break. About, 40 minutes since we opened up our segment. We'll be back to see if Ultra Prime can go a little bit longer, or if Top Esports are just that Trident team yet again here today.